Then I had to sit and really think about what is going on in my life. I felt the weight of the world for me to do great.
Hey, what's up, 1428 family? It's Dondre Brown, here to bring you more information to help you invest in your family, your finances, and your future. It's 2021, which means a lot of you are thinking about your finances, which is great. You're not only thinking about your finances, you're thinking about improvement in general. 2020, it took a lot of courage. This year in 2021, it's going to take confidence, but not only confidence, preparation, right? So it's not enough to just say you want to go do something. You have to go do it. So I wanted to provide this video today to show you how to create realistic financial goals with a budget, right? With a budget or a spending plan, however you want to think about it. The reality is budget and spending plan or spending plan allows you to speak for your money. It allows you to direct where your money's going to go. Because if you don't, something or someone else will. So make sure you check out this entire video because I'm going to walk you through realistic strategies and steps to help you invest in budgeting, right? Because it's an investment, it's going to take some time, it's going to take some effort, and it's going to take a little bit of support, but you have to be willing to engage in it. You have to be excited about that process, right? We love to plan things when we want to actually do them, right? There's a lot of comfortability in knowing when you are prepared and knowing that you have a plan. So let's jump in. The first thing I want you to do is we're going to call these budget meetings, right? Or budget get-togethers, budget gatherings, etc. So whether it's you or your spouse, y'all want to be able to have budget gatherings, budget meetings, like budget get-togethers, whatever it is, at least twice a month. But it's not only important, or it's not only just coming and having meetings, right? You have to be prepared emotionally. When people start talking about money, there's a lot that happens with your emotion. You can get frustrated, you can get upset, you can think about what happened in the past, right? And speaking of, quick break, hey, subscribe to this video or this channel because I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos that can help you accomplish your financial goals. So you definitely want to be locked in. Hit the notification button because you're going to get updates on how you can literally accomplish your goals this year. Where you were the type of person that dropped out or dropped some goals, and then by the end of the year, you're like, man, I didn't get a chance to accomplish those goals, right? It felt like you dropped out, right? You had a plan and then things fell off for whatever reason. Listen, this is the channel that's going to support you through that journey and going to help you and be real with you, right? I started financial planning a few years ago and it has literally changed my life, but it took taking a realistic strategy to it. So let's continue to jump in. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at things that you should bring to the budget meeting or how to prepare for it. First and foremost, what to bring. Bring some type of goals, right? What do you want to accomplish not only in the meeting, but in general? What are some financial goals? Do you want to save $100 each month, right? Do you want to save $100 each month for a down payment on your home in 2023, right? Do you want to start to invest and make $10,000 from your investment in this year? Like literally have some type of realistic goals, right? Don't say, I want to be a billionaire by the end of this year, right? Because that might not be realistic for you. It might not be realistic for a lot of people. So start small, think big, but start small. The other thing is have some type of budgeting tool or planner, right? Some people like to write down things. Some people like electronic, whatever floats your boat, use it. You definitely want to be able to leverage whatever makes you comfortable. The other thing is, this is where you start to think about your monthly expenses, adding those things, and we'll talk more about that. But again, you definitely want to bring your spouse, whoever's living with you that's impacting your money. Even for me, I bring my kids to some of my budget meetings because I want them to be able to learn and understand what I'm doing. So you definitely want to bring these things. This one is important. This really helps the emotional part. What to be, right? You want to be patient. Budgeting takes time. Individuals get frustrated with budgeting not only because they feel it doesn't work, but they don't work it, right? You're supposed to be creating a working budget. You shouldn't just budget for a month or two and expect the numbers to do something. You have to do something with the numbers. Numbers don't lie, but you can lie to yourself as it pertains to making sure those numbers live up to what they are. So if you want to have a fast food budget of $50 and you spend more, it's not because the budget didn't work. It's because you didn't go back and change everything because you spent more money. So again, don't blame the budgeting process. Embrace the process. You have to fall in love with the plan because it's literally going to save you a lot of money and help you accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, especially regarding your finances. So again, you want to bring patience. You want to bring honesty. Be honest with yourself. Is $50 for your fast food budget realistic, right? Is it realistic to have $100,000 of income, right? Be honest about the budgeting process. Transparency, same thing with honesty, right? You want to be very clear, and you want to also discuss the challenges or discuss all financial decisions that you have or will be making, especially with your partner, right? So for example, if you're talking about finances and you're not explaining your thinking in the way you're moving the money, that could cause some frustration. If it's just you at home, then that's a different story. Maybe you had a conversation with yourself. I don't know, it's up to you. But again, transparency is key. Bring or be trustworthy, right? Stay true to your budget commitments. It's a process. It's not easy, but the more you try to commit to it, the more you'll see that you'll start to change your behavior. So that's why it's important to be realistic in the beginning so that you don't set yourself up for failure. Motivated, be motivated. You are taking control of the direction of your financial future. That should be motivating, right? A lot of us have lived paycheck to paycheck for too long. We have told ourselves that we are going to stop doing these things each year. At some point that has to stop, right? 2020 showed us a lot about ourselves. It literally let us know the areas that we needed to work on, right? And one of them we all know is our ability to be prepared for financial emergencies, right? That hit a lot of us in different ways, whether it was unemployment, losing a job, all those pieces. So how can we start to build a financial foundation so that we can overcome those hurdles and those obstacles? Optimism. Be optimistic. You have to carry yourself in a different way, because we've carried ourselves in a negative light looking at our finances for way too long. So let's change that. Realistic again, like I said, and then open to change. This is a process that you probably haven't engaged in the same way that you have before. You have to be open to that process. Understand that this process, if you try to keep it up for about 6 months, will literally change your life as it pertains to your finances. I create financial goals every year for the last couple of years, and I have nailed every single financial goal, right? Even if I didn't reach the exact price, I reached it to a point that where it surprised me that I wasn't planning for. So if my goal was to save $20,000 and I saved 15, that was a great goal for me, right? Because some people are saving zero, and you can tell because they're typically on Facebook talking about it. But again, we're not putting all that out there. Our goal is to make sure that we can have realistic goals and nail them. And then what to do. These are things that you definitely want to think about or consider doing. Take notes and action steps, right? Think about, like, how do I get there? Always ask yourself, how can I get there? Who can hold me accountable? Explain the process or steps, right? So if you are with a spouse or something and y'all doing some couples budgeting or something, explain that process. Do your best to stick to the plan, right? Y'all should be able to challenge each other / support each other. Don't blame each other, right? Support each other. Man, you went and spent that money on this expense. It's okay. Let's figure out how we're going to get it back together. And then contribute to the conversation. If you're the type of person that kind of shy away from talking about, budgeting and finance, this is not that time. Learn how to speak for your money, because if you don't, something or someone else will. And then address disagreements right away, right? The way you see money versus the way the other person see money can be completely different. So you definitely want to address that. But the other thing I want to quickly jump into is how to create realistic goals using the budget, right? If you're not familiar with SMART goals, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, right? You want to make sure that you have at least 3 financial goals, right? What are 3 things that you want to accomplish? They can be short, mid-range, or long-term, and you can define that based on the time that you enter in your goal. One thing I tell people about goal setting is always ask themselves, okay, why? How? When? The who, what, when, where, what? Ask yourself those kind of things. So once you have those 3 goals, I tell people when they're budgeting, budget a month or 2 weeks ahead. You want to budget at least a month or 2 weeks ahead so that you're proactive with your budget, because your budget is your forecaster. List all of your monthly expenses, including fast food. This is not the time to cheat yourself, right? You probably have some fitness goals where you want to eliminate fast food. Just have a fund that says fast food and then save in it And if you need to spend it, spend from there, right? But again, you want to be realistic. List your monthly income, right? It's supposed to say monthly income, but list your monthly income, right? And then if you have side hustles, put side hustles there. You don't have to put the amount right now, but just put your side hustles there. And it's always important to carry some side hustles personally, because at this point in our lives, we need multiple incomes. Use your calendar. There's a lot of people that don't use their calendars and their reminders. When you are budgeting and setting goals, this is the best time to use your calendar, because let's face it, we all get busy. There's a lot going on. So why not remind yourself that bill is due? Why not remind yourself to cancel that subscription? You have to use more of your organizational skills to make sure that you can maximize your budget to accomplish your financial goals. Add birthdays and the gift amounts, right? You already know somebody's birthday is coming up next month, next week, whatever the case is. Add that into your calendar and put them out there. I usually tell people the best way that you can give is either make the gift or gift based on their age. If they're 20-something years old, then you either buy or make a gift that costs that much. Again, that may not be your strategy, but that has saved me a lot of money. And at the end of the day, people just appreciate gifts. Again, bill reminders because things happen. Accountability. A lot of people fail with budgeting because they don't know how to hold themselves accountable or find someone or something that can hold them accountable. Accountability come in many ways, spaces, and faces. For me, my accountability people are my kids, right? My kids are very good at saying, Daddy, is that a need or a want, right? And I'm their accountability person when they go into stores. And then my accountability more often than not are my financial goals, the things that I absolutely want to complete. So that's why your financial goals are important. So for example, let's say you want to go on vacation and you want to spend money to buy a car. If that's not a part of your financial goal, then you have to either change your financial goal, which means you may change a couple things in your budget, or you may have to say, all right, I have to scrap this whole thing and take a step back to see what strategy I want to utilize to make sure I can accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. Because again, your financial goals are the driver and the motivator behind what your budget is going to do. Again, at the end of the day, review your budget at least twice a month using those budget meetings. Make sure you go back and you know what to be, you know what to bring, and you know what to do for your budget meetings. So again, I know that was a quick crash course of how to create realistic goals. I'll be providing more details of how you can get that done. But hopefully you liked this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, follow me on social media. Listen, this is our year where we become goal getters, but you have to have goals. You can't go get something if you don't know where you're going. So let's figure out where we're going and then let's go get it. So again, put it in the comment section. I want you to add this in the comment section. What are your financial goals? Let me know in the comment section, what goals do you have for 2021? And then I'll go in and help you make those realistic or ask you some questions to see if you need that support. And then ultimately, if you do need the support, just hit me up. You can follow me on social media. You can also go to my website, www.1428fw.com, because this is our year. Let's go get these goals. It's time to smash them, and see you in the next video. Peace.